Hello, hello everyone. Let me shut my door with my foot. But hello. Welcome to stream. I'm going to be doing something that's actually really late, more late than usual, because I was doing some work. I'm going to open up the game right now. We're going to be continuing our story in A Pinch of Magic. If you don't know what that is, I should have uploaded the VOD into my other thing, into my alt account on Super Pork Archives with a 0 on the YouTube. You can also find the link attached to the about section of my actual thing. So I accidentally uploaded it twice. Sorry, I'm gonna be doing, let's go to a just chatting stream. Wah! Okay, for now, I just need to do something. Apparently, I uploaded 2 things, so let me head over to Twitch so I can actually upload my VODs as well. So while I'm uploading my VODs, that's gonna... You know, yeah, no, I'm just not going to bother with the VODs itself. I'm not going to upload those VODs, so. Oh, shoot. Anyways, the game is open now. So let me just get the game on the actual thing. So, we're back into A Pinch of Magic. Oh, that's cool. I was thinking these are characters that I haven't actually seen yet. So let's just load our file. We are in our bedroom. At the crack of dawn, my alarm goes off. My eyes snap open, and I launch myself out of bed, almost burying a sleeping Hannibal in the duvet. I shake off. Why is my... There you go. A brisk run on the spot. I slap a few... Sorry, I need to change the some settings. Okay, you know what? That's fine, I won't be able to see chat. Okay. I'm gonna grab my phone, because I can't see chat. After a brisk run on the spot, I slap my face a few times until I'm absolutely fully awake, and ready to deal with this nightmarish situation. Alright, action plan for today. Step 1. Get dressed. I tear the wardrobe door open, throwing whatever I touch first onto my body. Being fashion conscious, it isn't going to make a difference today. Okay. Step 2. Don't think about how much pain you're going to inflict on Baba when she shows her face. No plotting, no curses, no hexes, nothing. Focus. Today's about customers, cash, and coffee. Nothing else. But mostly cash. I leave the bedroom behind and hurry down the corridor towards the kitchen, snapping life into the closet curtains and the air conditioner with my fingers as I go. Cool air and sunlight flood the room just as I step outside and flip the sign. With the sign set to open, I pause briefly to place a kind hand on the warm cafe wall and take in the crisp, briny morning. Unexpected break-in. Morning, coffee curiosities. It's a beautiful day. Step 3. Save this place and save my home. Mikhail. Tell me, because I'm dying to know. Do the bricks ever talk back? I turned to see him grinning mischievously, and clearly in a better mood than I expected today. The bare skin peeking out of his above his t-shirt is already glistening a little from his tropical morning heat. You look... Don't say cute, don't say cute, don't say cute! Sweaty. Do you like sweaty? He throws his head back, laughing at my reaction, but before taking a few steps closer. I'm just teasing. Mostly. Listen, I did some thinking last night over in the, well, quite honestly, a very subpar hotel I stayed in. My car is in for repairs, so looks like I'll be stuck here a while, you see? So I'm not here for a fight, but as long as so long as I'm here, I'll take another cup of that special house blend of yours every day for research purposes only. The image of the dusty old pile and ledgers in Baba's secret room flashes up in my mind. The red ink scrawled across their pages, the zeros backing every number. Suddenly, I'm feeling very amenable to keeping Mikhail around as much as possible. You'll never figure out the recipe for that blend. But you spend 20 gold a day, at least for as long as you're here, and maybe I'll agree to let you in on the secret. A slow smile spreads across his face. Fine. Well, come on in. You're darkening my doorstep. He laughs a little at that. Charming. Don't I even get a hello? I reserve hospitality for customers I actually like. At the end of his second grande-sized cup, Mikhail composes himself, then pleats his fingers together and rests his arms on the counter. Yeah, he's stumped. It's passable. Wouldn't it kill you to exercise humility for 2 seconds? Just admit that it's the best coffee you've ever tasted? Now that the shock of the first dozen sips and the feeling of being put on his backside is worn off, it seems like Mikhail's able to at least pretend to be critical of the taste. Well, I suppose there's something to be said for the magic gradually losing its potency the more it's ingested. Nothing I can do about that. So, enlighten me. What's that? Mikhail tilts his chin towards a small signboard and chalk sticks I found yesterday inside the hatchbox, which are now lying on the countertop, waiting to be transformed into an advertising masterpiece. Coffee Curiosities is scrawled across the top in multicolored, chunky block letters, along with a cascading list of some of the more attractive items on the menu. I wrote the warning late last night, but the sign's still most definitely missing something much needed. Pizzazz. Oh, that. It's step 1 of my grand marketing master plan. If that's your best attempt at marketing, I bet your first idea was a train wreck. How about you let the clear expert here give you some tips? In return, you give me that recipe. Oh, gee. How about, no? Just as he's opening his mouth again, the bell on the front door jingles, cutting Mikhail's needling short. Moments later, Kiana shyly peers inside. I forgot how cute she fucking looks. God damn. Oh, hey! Morning! Good morning, Andrea. Oh, and Mr. Mikhail, good morning to you, too. Kiana takes a seat beside Mikhail, and while I start to mix up her kelp latte, she spots the signboard and pastel chalk laying on the side. Her eyes immediately light up. Oh, you're making the cuisine board? Menu board? Ahaha, cuisine menu board, Kiana. And yep, some drawings of teacups or cute animals, and it'll be ready to go outside. Can I help with the pictures? Sure. I mean, go ahead, knock yourself out. It'll be okay, right? I mean, her drawings must have improved at least a little bit, right? Context for those who at least not knowing. Kiana did not know English at the time that they met each other, so they only communicated through pictures that they drew on the beach. Because Kiana's a mermaid. Yeah. That's a pretty lousy interpretation of a penguin. Penguin? No, no. That's a tuna in a top hat. Alright, now that's definitely a giraffe, right? Actually, it's an oarfish. A pelican? This one's a seahorse. At least they're all sea-themed? But now the board is so smudged with chalk residue, there's nothing to be done but erase everything and start over. I quickly put a hand on Kiana's sagging shoulder before she can do any more good-intentioned damage. Don't worry, Kiana. If you want to help with marketing, you can help me with something else, okay? Okay. Why are you doing this? Is the cafe in a lot of trouble? I had been delicately wiping the board clean with a wet cloth, but Kiana's comment stops me in my tracks. Since the moment I've woken up this morning, I'd been putting on an energetic front, deliberately avoiding negative thoughts to trick even myself into believing I could do this alone. But truthfully, I'm floundering, and I don't want to lie to Kiana. So despite Mikhail's snooping, beady-eyed presence, I decided to come clean. Well, actually, after openly divulging the situation and the alarming state of the ledgers, I found the night before Mikhail and Kiana both sit quiet and pensive for a minute. Surprisingly, Mikhail's the one to break the silence. Unsurprisingly, he goes straight back to judgment jabbling. Well, well, well. I may get some juicy tidbits for my blog yet. He leans back, shrugging his shoulders in a smug, exaggerated way. I mean, really, what did you expect? This place is practically falling apart. I begrudgingly cast my eyes over the room, unable to deny it. I know. And there are earthquake-level cracks in the floor. I know. And the owner has a nasty habit of being mean to 50% of her paying customers. Do you take pleasure from being equal parts correct and infuriating? Always. Just when I expect him to follow up with yet more insult, Mikhail's face grows uncharacteristically serious. Look, just because your coffee is actually somewhat decent, I'll love with you. You want to dig yourself out of this mess? There's only one tool that's going to serve you the best as a shovel. Is it you? I swear, Mikhail. If it's you... He slips his phone from his pocket and holds it up to my face as evidence. 3 words. Social media campaign. You need money, and the only way to guarantee that is to drag customers in on the wave. New people, city people, people willing to spend, outsiders who will flock to this location for the authentic hook that after you've spruced up a little. Because let's face it, nobody in this town is willing to come here, drop Linsdale like they've dropped you. You don't need them. What you need is fresh blood, an aggressive strategy. And luckily for you, I'm feeling unusually sympathetic. So I'll extend an olive branch just this once and help you make that happen. The bulk of his speech wrapped up, Mikhail leans back with his arms behind his head, a small smile playing at the edge of his mouth. Well, it's not like you stood a chance using this method without me. Looks like I'll have to agree to be your knight in shining armor just this once. Well, I think you're wrong. As I glance over at Kiana, I realize she looks genuinely a little hurt by Mikhail's words. Linsdale is filled with good people. Good, kind people. Maybe they stopped coming to the Coffee Curiosities because Andrea's grandmother didn't run the cafe very well. But they really are good. We shouldn't hold that against them. I'm sure they will come back here if we try to reach? Is that the right word? Out to them? Kiana. So please don't give up on Linsdale yet, Andrea. If you could show the locals that it is a worthy place. I'm just gonna check audio. Okay. If you could show locals that this is a worthwhile place to come to, that the food and the drinks are tasty and the service is good, this cafe will survive, right? I'm sure the residents of Linsdale will come if you ask them, so I'll help you. I blink at the two in front of me, a little astonished by their arguments. They both actually make a great deal of sense, but whoever approach I decide to follow, it probably means we'll be spending a lot of time together from now on. In that case, no! I guess I'll... Okay. I wish I could save. Oh, I can! Okay, so if I want to be successful, I should definitely work with Mikhail, even though I hate his ass. But the people of Linsdale aren't... They may just be doing it because of the grandma. I'm sorry, Kiana, but... Oh, this is hard. Do I work with Mikhail and get, like, somewhat of good insight on the thing, or do I work with Kiana? Ooh. I guess at the moment I'll try and work to the best of my this playthrough, because it's not going to be that much. It's probably going to be working on getting the building, like getting the actual restaurant back up in shape. So in order to do that, I'll probably work with Mikhail first. I can't believe I'm even considering this, but Mikhail might actually have the best people. I may not like it, but Coffee Curiosities needs money. Fast. Relying on the people of Linsdale won't be enough. Mikhail knows social media like the back of his hand, and I can't deny that with his knowledge, he could be my most useful ally. Alright, Mikhail, come by the shop tomorrow. Alright then. Glad to see you making the only professional decision. I want to talk to Kiana. For the rest of the day, Kiana and Mikhail stay in the cafe, offering advice from their own perspectives. Not a single other customer comes in to order, and for once, I'm glad. Planning takes priority, and before we know it, our discussion has stretched well into the afternoon, and beyond until the sunset calls an end to our little council. Ooh, I like that. As the night rolls in, I say goodbye to a sleepy Kiana and Mikhail. So now here's the problem. Is it a sleepy Kiana and Mikhail as in they're both sleepy, or just sleepy Kiana? Right, let's see, let's say we have Harry. No, not Harry. Let's say we have Sleepy. Just Sleepy, Ace, and Jonathan. But if we have Sleepy, Ace, comma, and Jonathan, I'm not gonna bother with that because I've always had a tough time with that one. My head hits the pillow, and my eyes immediately grow heavy. I've just enough awareness left in my brain to wonder how well this new partnership of mine is really going to work out. Let's just move my PNG just a little bit to the right. Sorry, I'm gonna move my PNG just a little bit to the right. It's the wrong PNG, isn't it? It's community too. There you go. It's really gonna work out before I slip off into a troubled sleep. I'm not gonna bother with grammar rules here. I don't care for it. Hello, coffee curiosities. I get to work right away, nervous but excited for this humongous task thrust onto my plate. It's really the first day, huh? I hope I made the right decision with Mikhail. Now that we're working together, I'm sure he won't be as annoying. Huh? I guess not everyone knows about the renovations yet. I'll let them know. I quickly wave my hands to stop the cleaning spell, smiling when the broom and dustpan politely lay themselves down. After wiping my hands off, I make the way to the door and creak it open. Excuse me, we're Ah! What do you think you're doing? Why did you bring a scooter inside the shop? Huh? It's too small for parking space, right? It's too big to be in the shop. Did you just roll your eyes? I think the very first part of the renovation should be your terrible customer service. Or maybe I did make a mistake. If you're gonna be here so early, then make yourself useful. How about we get started already before I throw you out? Yeah, heard that one before. I'm sure. Mikhail steps further into the shop, peering around uninterestedly before pulling out his phone. That's what he's doing. I'm not going to chastise his phone use. He's probably using it to do something that, like with aesthetics. I guess I shouldn't assume he's doing something nefarious. Fine, I'll extend an olive branch. So, what are you up to with that? Just taking some photos for marketing and for reference in case he breaks something. Don't you mean we? What did I unplug? Okay, that's the Wii U. Mikhail huffs and puffs his phone onto the counter, turning it off. Shocking. God, you remind me of my ex. What in the world are you going on about now? Mikhail laughs and sits in one of the dining chairs, propping his feet onto the table. Okay, I just wanted to check. Don't make it weird. I'm just saying you're really focused on how I use my phone. I'm making it weird? I think anybody would be if you're using it constantly. We're coworkers now, remember? Uh-huh. Well, first things first. These shoddy chairs and table need a glow-up. They creak. That's not a plan, and your disgusting shoes are on them. Of course they'd creak. Although part of me thinks this isn't his first time putting his feet where they shouldn't be. I'm insulted you think my shoes are disgusting. I get a new pair like every week. I stomp over, but he removes his feet before I do it for him. Anyway, it's time to get to work. I sigh. Yes, it is. I look around the shop, unsure where to even start. As Mikhail so rudely pointed out, there really are a lot of things to fix. And I certainly can't keep the cafe closed too long when it's in so much debt. Hey. Mikhail stares past me at the menu I left on the counter. Can I see that? Oh, sure. I'm not sure when Mikhail looks so serious for once, but I humor him. Here. Sorry, I have a shake that's on my desk and I want to drink it, so. He takes the menu and hums as he looks it over. Yeah, that's what I thought. What? This is where we start and end. The menu? He smirks, and I do not like it. You probably have no idea where to start, right? No, well, answer this. What's the most important part of running a cafe? Making the customer feel welcome. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to go somewhere with bad customer service. Making the customer feel welcome. I always make sure to greet every person who walks through the doors. Miguel makes an exaggerated gagging motion. Huh? I mean, I guess that's cool or whatever, but it's completely off. Oh, come on. Seriously? And what do you suppose the so-called correct answer? Mikhail flips the menu to face me and starts pointing. The answer. Is... Mikhail... money. That's right. The center of everything in the business world. Cold, hard cash. You're a tyrant. No integrity, no dignity. Of course, I have dignity. I have everything else. He's impossible. Now, hear me out. Contrary to failing business owner belief, money is the most important thing of everything you will do here. That was bad. Of everything you will do here. You can't have good customer service if you can't afford your employees. You can't make quality drinks if you can't afford to stock them. And you certainly can't keep a good menu if everything else falls apart. You're actually making sense? Well, you certainly could have looked a bit more happy about that. Trying. Sorry, can't do it. You'll get there. Anyway, the menu. If we fix up the menu to reflect what you actually want out of your cafe, we can determine your budget from there. Don't worry too much about the collateral, since I'll be doing you a huge favor with my own investments. I have no idea what he's saying. Blah blah, I'm basically a AAA investment grade bond. But he seems excited about it. Seems kind of nice. This place is a tax haven anyway, blah blah. Far more excited about this cafe than his blog anyway. So this is good, right? Not sure why he laughed. He gives me the menu back before waving me off. I'm going to check around the cafe and see what's salvageable. You fix that thing you call a menu. Sure, I can do that while you work on that thing you call a personality. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's what my friend always said. You? Having friends? Well, colleague. You know how construction workers are. And now I'm concerned for completely different reasons. Huh? Anyway, chop chop. You have a lot of work to do. Lots of work to do. I'm sure the word he's looking for is we. I let Mikhail wander and get to work on the menu, sitting behind the front counter and occasionally cleaning up. I wish Baba was here. It's kind of hard thinking of this place without her. The memories themselves are a type of magic, envelop me in the warmth and the scents that aren't there. I hope she's doing all right. My stomach growls before I realize I've been going through ingredients and researching drinks for hours. I'm surprised Mikhail didn't complain. Where is he anyway? I look around and see no trace of him. Or his weird judgmental nitpicking. And when I check next to me on the counter, I see his phone is still where he left it. Wow, impressive. Maybe I'll do a quick tracing spell? The door burst open before those dangerous thoughts get any further. Hello? What's with you and the doors? Mikhail yawns and leans back over the counter, dropping a brown bag. Grand people need grand entrances. And where have you been? Why, miss me? I didn't even bring my scooter inside this time. That is not an accomplishment. Be sarcastic. Yes, Mikhail. Bane of my existence, I missed you. Oh. I mean, I can see why you... No! No! He doesn't get sarcasm. Careful now. If you fall in love with me so soon, I might get bored. I was being sarcastic! Well, so was I. Obviously. Yeah, obviously. More importantly, where have you been? Eating. What? You ate without me? Duh. What do you want me to do? Feed you? His eyes travel over my lips, then back up, and I do not like what it does to my heart rate. Maybe if you asked nicely. He says so sweetly that I almost miss that he's teasing me. That's not what I meant. You left without telling me, and you didn't even invite me. Mikhail just looked at me, confused as ever before shrugging. It's not like you asked. It's just something polite people do. He frowns at me before muttering something and pushing the brown bag towards me. Fine. Then have this. Huh? What's this? I gingerly unfurled the top of the bag and released the familiar sweet smell of baked bread and hot meals. Did you get this from Miss Harbor? Miss what? Miss Harbor, the sandwich lady. She has a cart by the beach sometimes, but they usually sell out quickly. Well, I guess. There was a long line, but I just paid someone to move to the front. Oh, I guess you could do that. Did your followers like it? The presentation is nice, too. Oh, I forgot to take a picture. Right, his phone. Well, anyway, I'm surprised you were interested in some place not fancy. Mikhail rolls his eyes and sits back down in a chair. I'm just scouting out the other local businesses. Something all businesses should do. I guess, but they're my neighbors, not really my competition. Neighbors? Yes, like people who support this place. You know, friendly. Sounds ridiculous. Just eat the other sandwich before it gets cold. Well, thank you. Mikhail smiled smugly at that, but I elect to let it go and account for the free food. If you really want to thank me, get me my usual. You have a usual now? What, you can't? You know, the latte? Normally I'd assume he's mocking me, but he genuinely looks upset. Haha. What? Why are you laughing? Maybe it's petty, but I smiled smugly in return. Before I know it, dark shadows are creeping like webs under the tables and over the walls. Hannibal purrs contentedly in her sleep nearby. Cute. I stretch and yawn, looking over at Mikhail, who scribbled in the margins of my grandma's ledger. Up, and calculates things on his phone. I spilled. Let me just wipe that off. That's unfortunate. Kind of want to be nice to him. I mean, saying, "Are you finished?" is just, we've been at this for hours, so let's be nice to him. Hey, let's get some rest. Hey, we should call it a day here. Mikhail. Oh, what time is it? Late. Aren't you tired? I guess. He can hardly keep his eyes open. You can finish in the morning. Oh, I'm done. I was just triple checking. Triple? In any case, you should go before it gets too dark. Are you staying nearby? Mm-hmm. Mikhail. I'm awake. Good work today. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, yeah. See ya. I close up the shop fairly quickly. Without any customers and renovations, all I need to do is check the locks. I decide to let Hannibal sleep in and resign myself to the lullabies of a gentle night in Linsdale. It's funny. That night, I dream of the spice of Baba's perfumes and the sweetness of her magic when it hits your tongue in a hot latte. But no Baba. Right, I decided to call her Gma, because I hate the word Baba. No way. You can't be serious. No way! You can't be serious. After yesterday's head start, I thought for sure Mikhail and I were starting to see eye to eye. But Mikhail refuses to touch a mop or broom, let alone a hammer or floor scraper. How are we supposed to remodel if you're not helping? I am helping. I'm telling you what to do. That's completely useless. It's not. For example, throw out those curtains. I gasp in shock. We are not throwing out Gma's curtains. Oh, please. It's better off in an incinerator. Ow! Hannibal! Get that thing away from me. Her name is Hannibal, and she doesn't like the way you're raising your voice. But... Ow! Come here, Hannibal. Come here, darling. Good kitty. Oh, God. That was a... That was odd. I wasn't even loud. It's not just the volume, it's how you speak to people. What do you mean? How does he not know? Has no one ever told him how he comes off? Be upfront. You're too blunt with people. You don't consider their feelings. Am I supposed to? Obviously, otherwise you'd be a jerk. Well, I mean, kind of are already. Which you are. There it is. I don't really get it. Wouldn't it be dishonest if I'm not blunt? There's no rule saying you have to choose. Just don't be mean to people. Try to think of your words from their point of view. Not sure if I got through to him, but at least he's thinking about it. I'm ready to give up on him before Mikhail gives an exaggerated sigh and scratches his head. So, how do I come off to you, then? Arrogant. I'm just confident. Bossy. I have goals. Argumentative. Well, it's not like I'm going to let people be wrong. And annoying. What? I'm not annoying, you're just obsessed with me. Ha, here we go, circling back to arrogant. I sigh. My shoulders droop as the reality of the situation creeps up on me. And unhelpful. We're never going to get anything done if you don't want to get your hands dirty. I didn't sign up for that. Actually, I think I can use this. But if you're that weak, just say so. I get it. Yeah. Ooh, you see his face just seem to just change. Mikhail seems to go through the 7 stages of grief for my single statement. You. I'll have you know I used to be a star athlete in my business school. I try to look as unimpressed as possible, nodding sympathetically. Right. Of course. You don't believe me? I shrug and look away. I suppose every school has some sort of star. Oh, fine. I'll help. Really? You sure? Yes! Whatever. Let's get this over with. But I'm not touching any bugs. Or cobwebs. Or dust, actually. If I didn't know it would backfire on me, I would do a victory dance right in front of his face. Deal. All of the work of remodeling the cafe is as grueling as our arguments. There's a bug in my room. It's right in front of my face. Just teasing me. You're gonna have to give up on restocking whatever this cowl chai thing is. What? No way. That's essential to one of our specialities. A speciality that usually puts you in the negative because too much of it gets thrown out. The shelf life is horrid. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. That's what you said about the last drink. Be honest. Be honest with me. That's all I ever care about. Uh-huh. What's he being so dramatic for? Is it about the ex-girlfriend thing again? Do you even like your cold drinks? Of course I do. Which ones? The lemonade. Okay, fine. I like the cold drinks, but I prefer mine hot, so... At least pretend to like them when you're ordering ingredients. Half of them are subpar. They may as well not be on the menu. Learn to compromise for the customer. Gah. And although it's good for it's for the good of the cafe, I struggle to remove old flooring and curtains. Oh, curtains in the back are gone. It's like I'm tearing down the memories themselves, casting them aside for a future that I'm increasingly uncertain of. The more hours we spend tearing it up, the less familiar and comforting it is. I can feel Baba's magic leaking out, replaced with cold emptiness. I'm gonna get my blanket and turn on the fan because I feel like that's the best environment for this. So. Oh. Okay, now nice and comfy. The more hours we spend tearing it up, the less familiar and comforting it is. I can feel Baba... I read this already. Hey. Mikhail seems to set down his mop and lean against the wall, with one hand rubbing over his knee. Is he hurt? So let's, go to eat? I blink at him, unsure what he means. It's almost as if... Are you inviting me to go eat? You said it was a polite thing to do, and, I'm, super polite. Besides, this place better than I do. I'm sure you have suggestions about what to eat. I can't help but smile at him. I don't know he would take my advice so seriously. Didn't know. He's pretty earnest when he wants to be. How would I take you somewhere tomorrow? Your knee hurts, right? I'll get us food this time and bring it back. His hand quickly retreats from where it's been massaging his knee. I'm fine, I was just stretching. Huh? It's okay if it hurts, really. Do you want me to take a look at it? No, I don't. Just drop it. Touchy subject? Okay, let's go to the beach again. There's a burrito cart, if Miss Harbor isn't there. Sure. I decided to let Mikhail's strange behavior go. It's none of my business. Yes, the beach. I order for the both of us. From Miss Henley's burrito stand, enjoying the fresh smell of avocado. He smiled as he hands me one bag with both burritos securely wrapped, giving me a friendly nod. It's nice being recognized by residents of Linsdale, and sure makes me feel more at home even without Baba around. Before I can open my wallet, Mikhail moves in front of me. Here. Oh my, I can't possibly take this much money. But whoa. This is just like when you ordered all those drinks at the Coffee Curiosities. This is all I have. Just take it. But sir, if you feel guilty, then donate it somewhere, or give out some free burritos. If you insist. Thank you. I'll see you around, Andrea. It's good to have you back. I'm looking forward to the reopening. Yes, thank you! Mikhail starts off from the stand, as if he didn't just drop off an obscene amount of money. I hurry after him. Sometimes I forget how rich this guy is, but then he drops it in my face like a brick. Or maybe sports car. Mikhail's the first to sit, wincing as he goes down. Smells weird. Don't tell me you've never had a burrito. Mikhail smirks, leaning over dangerously close to my face before plucking the bag of food from my hand. Hey! Don't be silly, and you say I'm judgmental. Yeah, you're right. Huh? It was nice of you, with the extra tip thing. Oh, no. No? And here I thought he'd jump at the opportunity to be called nice. Mikhail doesn't elaborate before taking his burrito, before handing back me the bag. He inspects it curiously, turning it over and taking out his phone and snapping a couple of pictures of the packaging. He opens it next, taking more photos of the burrito's insides. Then he puts his phone away. What do you think? It's simple, but the color scheme suits the beach. And the wrapping seems to be eco-friendly. You can tell just from looking at it? Of course not. Touched it too. He laughed. So? Nothing. But you know, I think I get what you mean now about the neighbors thing. Oh? It's kind of nice to see businesses that want to support each other. I mean, plenty do for mutually building relationships, or mutually beneficial relationships. But it's different here. Like it goes beyond that, I guess. Beyond the profit. Like they care as fellow people. Yes, exactly. It's another reason why I love Linsdale so much. It's okay. Just okay? Yes, only okay. I've been to better. Of course you have, rich boy. You know, money is nice, but it's not everything. Rich people aren't allowed to say that. I'm just saying that all the money in the world can't fix everything. It can fix a lot. So when you have a lot and you give some away, it doesn't mean anything. It has better uses outside your wallet. Otherwise, what's the point? So someone like me giving money away, it doesn't deserve praise. Wow, that is actually a lot better than I thought it would be. So he's basically saying that his money can't fix everything, but it can fix a lot. And because if a rich person's hoarding it, it's just sitting there, not fixing anything. So, in giving the money away, he's offering it so that it'll fix a lot more than if he just had it. That's really cool. I like that. I really like that. That's the level of self-awareness I'd never expected from Mikhail. I wish I knew why he looked so sad about it. Even so, it was your choice, and I liked it. He starts eating his burrito without further comment, staring up at the sky. So peaceful that I find myself staring up too. We fall into rhythm back at the shop, tackling everything with renewed vigor as the days and nights pass. Mikhail rolls up his sleeve as he sweats around the cafe. And maybe he actually was an athlete, because those muscles aren't from nowhere. Not that I've been looking or anything. Oh, you tsundere motherfucker. Wait, that's me. I'm a tsundere motherfucker. Gosh dang it. But I do wish that I could use my magic to help speed things up. Mikhail stops off in the nurse's knee, although I think he's hiding it well by pretending to check his phone. Hey, careful! Huh? Ah! Mikhail rushes to my side to pluck the nail gun away from the top of the pile of floorboards I was carrying. Oops. Didn't even notice. Jeez. Thanks for that. Mikhail helps him put down my load and wipes sweat off from his forehead, fanning himself for a moment. Think you should take a break. I can keep going, I just made a mistake is all. It's not only physical fatigue, it's mental. Just take a break, I can finish the floorboards. No wait, you're the one who needs a break with your my what? Is he really gonna pretend he's not being hypocritical? Your knee injury. It's not a big deal. I may not look it, but I'm a strong guy. I know when to stop. Besides, Mikhail's phone hums to life, and he sighs, mumbling something before picking up the phone call and turning away. Hello, Father. Yes, I know. A few more weeks. I know. Yes, sir. I understand. I won't let you down. His phone beeps as he hangs up. Is everything alright? He looks a bit stressed about the phone call. That phone call. Is everything alright? Mikhail? Oh, yeah, of course. You sure do care about other people. Am I not supposed to? I didn't say it was a terrible thing. Mikhail steps closer, inspecting my increasingly confused face. Can I help you? Doubtful. You sure belong in the service industry. What is that supposed to mean? Your face, your mannerisms, you wouldn't survive in business. You belong here. But thanks? Mikhail hums before tilting my chin up towards him. Even though the sweat, he smells like pumpkin spice and those caramel lattes he loves so much. And the magic, I often add. Weird. Personal space. Oh, sorry. Midway through removing the last of the old flooring, Mikhail suggests repainting the place too. The work is grueling and he complains about everything, but it's not terrible. I groan as I practically collapse on the bed immediately after coming home. I'm so tired I don't know if I can keep this up. We're the only employees, so the work is slow. I don't know why Mikhail doesn't just hire people. I guess I wouldn't really like that either. I wonder what Mikhail thinks of magic. I wish I didn't have to hide it. I dream of a murder of friendly crows that night, and of tiny golden pebbles they keep putting in my palm. The cat of yours stepped in something. I put down the paint roller and look over to see Mikhail cowering away from Hannibal, who swishes her tail at his feet. The trail of a brownish paw prints behind her is also easy to spot. Hannibal, what are you doing over there? Meow. Well, if he doesn't notice any magic being used, then it should be fine. Quickly make an enchantment on the paint roller. It's now light as air, no matter how much paint I put on it. It's the little things. Come here, Hannibal. Let me see your paws. She ignores my crest for a moment, still staring up at Mikhail before whipping her head towards me. Mikhail flinches, and I try my best not to laugh. I inspect Hannibal's paws and smell the faint scent of sage. Bad girl. You know, you shouldn't be in the supply closet. I don't even want to check the damage. Hey, Mikhail? No way. I didn't say anything yet. I'm not checking the supply closet. You go check. Fine, here. You keep painting then. It's a mistake. I forgot I enchanted the roller. What was supposed to be the kind handoff turned into a wet object hurled into Mikhail's face. Eek! That was an accident. Accident. Let me just... What's the point of throwing it back? Sorry. Accident? You... I admit that it's a horrible decision, but that doesn't stop me from grabbing the paint bucket. Your aim is atrocious. Get back here! No, not in our contract. Mikhail! Unfortunately for you, my aim is good. I'll be taking this out of our budget. We don't get much done that night and lose a lot of paint. But it feels worth it. They're giving him a personality, and they're giving him a reason as to why he's being so mean. It feels okay. Just knowing that Mikhail is somewhat human rather than the arrogant piece of trash that he showed off earlier. I yawn deeply as I enter the cafe. Hello, Coffee Curiosities. It's looking more and more like a real restaurant. Peek at the door and check that Mikhail isn't here yet before casting a small spell. The mop works itself on the floor and I hum as I start making Mikhail's favorite latte. The usual, huh? And with a sprinkle of magic, it's finished, just how he likes. Throw a dollop of whipped cream on mine and mouth at it before the door chimes. I cut the cleaning spell with the whip in my finger, and the mop leans against the table. He massages his neck as he approaches the counter, looking over the mug, waiting him before taking it and sipping it while he speaks. Thanks. What's up with you? Not sleep well? No, these ugly Linsdale hotel beds are so weird. Is that really all? The pillows are smaller than the pillows are smaller than you're used to? I don't like sleeping places that don't feel safe. I feel like I'll be axed or poisoned. The room is so dark at night. Well, how about asking the staff for a nightlight or something? As soon as I say it, I realize how ridiculous it sounds. A nightlight? Really? Sure. Wait, huh? I'll ask. I'm a guest. They have to accommodate me. Maybe I'll ask for better pillows or a new room, too. I'd certainly be way too embarrassed to ever do something like that. Kind of like that you go for what you want. It's honest. It's how I was raised. Still, there's something brave about it. I'm not brave at all. If I was brave, I wouldn't do half the things I do. Like what? He looks at me for a moment before smirking and leaning his arms over the counter. And what's got you so curious, Falling for me? Yeah, straight over a cliff. I've been skydiving, mountain climbing, and rock climbing, and yet you still can't manage to take a hike. Dang! He pouts and grabs his mug, dusting it off from the newly installed counter. If only your wit was for cafe management, not for comebacks. Ouch. Is there a hidden section here? I almost spit out the coffee that's not even in my mouth. Wait, you can see this. Is it the magic that you've been... I yawn as I enter the Coffee Curiosities, ready to call it out to Hannibal until I see Mikhail has already started. Except he's... behind the counter. And he's not alone. Kiana! Andrea! Her smiling face as she sits on the counter is much more as a distraction as Mikhail is in an apron, mixing something that makes the warm scent of cinnamon float around the shop. But oh, is it welcome. Kiana, it's so nice to see you. What are you doing here so early? Wanted to check up on you. But it seems you two are doing just fine. Didn't know Mikhail was learning drinks too. Me neither. I'm right here, and no, not really. I just figured if we had a guest, I should give them something. That's what you said was important before, right? You remembered. Yeah. Kiana takes a sip of her drink. It's missing something. Not surprised. You tried to write on a napkin the names of the ingredients I'm supposed to use. It was the worst handwriting I've ever seen. Those were drawings. Be nice, right. Nice. And Mikhail goes through his internal crisis. Kiana shoots me a secret smile and I get the message loud and clear. Let's switch, Mikhail. Can you check the door? Sure. He heads over while I stealthily add a pinch of magic to Kiana's mug. Thank you. Thank you. It's not awful, though. For a total newbie, he must have been watching you. There was nothing wrong with the door. What are you two whispering about? I get to work making coffees for Mikhail as an unexpected conversation continues on. Whispers? Your customs are not welcome. Huh? She means accusations. Yes, accusations. Whatever, scoot over. Mikhail hops into the counter next to Kiana and starts thumbing through his phone. Whatever happened to that car of yours? Did you get it fixed? No. He's been using a scooter. A scooter? That sounds fun. Yeah, only if you go really fast. I'm scared to ask. Relax. I never do anything illegal. If I want to go fast, I just buy at the street and change the speeding laws. I mean, yeah, that works. That sounds... Don't bother, Mikhail. Mikhail lives in a different world than us. I hand Mikhail his mug while I finish up mine, with a healthy dollop of whipped cream, taking a long sip after. Just right. Just right. I'd say I'm pretty well adjusted. He reaches over and swipes a finger over my parted lips. Huh? Mikhail brings the whipped cream finger to his mouth and sucks it off. Yeah. Can you add some whipped cream to mine too? I'm feeling a bit dry. I'll stop by again later. Gosh dang it. Kiana left. Before I can stop her or explain myself, Kiana's rushing out of the cafe, clumsily knocking into the wood on the way out. What's her problem? I think she got the wrong idea. The wrong idea of what? He's helpless. The way you were touching me. Huh? The cream thing? You count that as touching? Yes, I do. Mikhail laughs and slides himself all the way around the counter until his legs were dangling towards me. He holds out his cup, and I reluctantly top it off with whipped cream. If you get flustered over something like that, you'd probably explode if I actually touched you. No? Please don't. Oh, please. Somehow you don't strike me as the affectionate type. I think you don't know much about me at all. I'll accept the challenge. Do it. I know this must be some sort of bait, but it's not like I don't want to understand him better. Okay then, tell me more. What, really? You're the one who offered. No. No? Tell me more about the shop or that grandma person. Really? He shrugs and takes a sip of his coffee. Maybe it'll help me envision the final product better. Well, my grandma is an eccentric person. This is hard to explain without mentioning she's a witch. A totally selfish witch who dished her shop for witchy activities. Anything else? A hazard. Although I did spend all my summers under her care, most of my favorite memories are with her. What's there to do in a small town? Everything. Maybe I'll show you sometime. Yeah, maybe. I'd allow it. The conversation trails off, but I don't really like how it ended. Maybe I really do want to know more. Not that I'm willing to admit that. So whipped cream, huh? Pretty good. You never asked me. You never asked for any before. Yikes. That was awful. Miguel thinks it awful. He doesn't seem to mind. He takes a sip of his coffee and looks me over. I used to like whipped cream on everything. I guess I kind of forgot over time it was an option. Really? You have a sweet tooth? No, but... What? He hesitates and decides to take another sip of coffee before, instead of answering, cream smeared over his nose. I decide to pay his favor, but reach up, pointer finger stealing the cream. He grabs my hand, stopping before I can pull away. I just said I like whipped cream. You trying to steal from me? You're the one who stole from me first. Ever heard of slander and libel? Of course I... Why? Why? It's not a normal human reaction. Like... Mikhail... Buddy, you're not making this any better. And in doing so, I shall read this as sexily as I can. Mikhail takes the tip of my finger into his mouth, the heat over his tongue running up and stealing the cream right back. What? He pops my finger out and lets me go, tongue tasting his lips. Told you. Told me what? That you'd explode. Oh. No, I was just surprised. You wear your emotions on your sleeve. Yeah, my surprise on my sleeve. Who eats food off people? Well, I mean, there is the sushi eating thing, which is the oddest thing. It's the oddest. I don't know why someone would do that. It's just not... I mean, I get it's sanitary, but still. It's not that bad. It's not like you're a stranger. Though my colleague did try to poison me once. Huh? How can you say that so casually? Relax, didn't drink it. Someone else did. Oh my goodness. Were they okay? Probably? Mikhail? What? I don't see the big deal. It's not like I was the one poisoned. People would pay money to see your expressions. You would know, huh? I certainly would. Very funny. Mikhail produces his wallet and takes out a golden coin, spinning it in the air before catching it. Tell you what, I'll pay you to smile the rest of the day. I can't tell if you're daring or just being an asshole. He pauses to consider it. Jerk. I thought about it from your perspective. Uh-huh. I guess you think I'm rubbing in my wealth? Brilliant guess. Okay, well, I'm being serious. Agree to smile for the rest of the day, and it's yours. Can't just buy something like that. Sure you can. Are you saying it's not worth it? That's not what I meant. It's just, I mean, it's hard to control something like that. But you smile around that Kaka whoever person easily. Kiana. And, well, she's not a major fop. Mikhail pouts and spins the coin in the air again like a scolded child. I don't even know where to start with him. Then what makes you smile the most? Magic, but can't tell him that. Honesty. I'll just be as honest as I can. It's kind of a secret and I can't tell you. Can't or won't. Can't. It's private. Like it's dirty? No, it's... Just kidding, it's fine, because we all have our secrets. In any case, let's get to work. Right. He drains the rest of his drink and hops off the counter, immediately groaning. Whoa, are you okay? He holds his shaky hand over his knee for a moment before straightening up. Yes, I'm fine. Let's start. There's no way he's okay. He's going on long enough. Mikhail. What? Be honest with me. You have a knee injury. You don't have to hide it. Hey, I'm only saying this because I want to help you. Please. I don't want to see you in pain. I don't want you to be in pain. Just an old sports injury. I don't like talking about it because it's embarrassing. Can't have anyone pitying me or thinking less of me. Can't be weak. But no one worth anything would do that. Turns out my father is pretty worthless. Oh, I didn't mean to... It's okay. I know. I know you're not that kind of person. This feels weird. Mikhail opens up to me in the strangest of ways. It's like a wild rose, thorns growing in unexpected places. Hannibal. She appears from nowhere, slipping from the magic room to trot over and jump on the counter, and then onto my shoulder, curling around my neck. Can you keep Mikhail company while I mix something to help his pain? She doesn't look amused, but neither does Mikhail. I think I'll be fine. It's okay. She doesn't hate you. Anymore. Hannibal purrs and slips off my shoulder and onto Mikhail, who tenses up. Just be nice to her. It'll be okay. I leave them behind the counter and wait for Hannibal to fully distract him, tail smacking against his face, before slipping away to the magic room. I haven't been able to come here often with Mikhail around, but standing amongst the smell of mugwort, sugars, and birchwood is a welcome change from the dust and paint. Oh, Grandma. I happily hum as I gather ingredients for Grandma's homemade rejuvenation recipe. I pluck raven's root from atop the shelf, crushing it gently into my palm, where I rotate my free hand's wrist to cast a small dancing spell. Room comes alive. The jars full of various colors don't move, but the ingredients inside them do. Hopefully this ends soon, because it's 11 o'clock, and I would rather see. I mean, it's not like that I have anything else to do, but it's not that. It's just that I want to. It's hard to explain. Not that this is boring. It's just odd. But because like what you call it. I'm gonna rant here, because there's no one here. It's definitely because no one's here. I mean, it's nice that no one's here, so I can literally talk about anything, but it's odd. Just being here alone with no one to talk to, feels lonely. I'd love to collab with other people, but small streamers and all that, and I mean really small. Hopefully once I hit that 50 mark, then I'll definitely try and get some more. Get to work, because there's a lot of stuff that I would love to do. But first goal, hit the 50. Which is only a small ways away. Once I hit that 50, there's going to be a bunch of more streams. I'd love to say sorry, but not really something I'm sorry for. Find it sad, but I know it's just a tough road that I have to deal with. I'll get used to it. Eventually. Yeah. Eventually. The ones I need are eager to hop out and twirl themselves on the table. Enchanted salt, crystal honey, half a mermaid scale. I take a mug usually reserved for magic customers and drop the crushed raven ooze inside. Come on, darlings, let's all dance together. The ingredients can't sing, but I can still feel their cheer as they hop into the awaiting cup and mix themselves. I still think Baba used the dancing spell for kid entertainment, but it's important to me. With a swish of my hand, I add the final ingredient, another pinch of magic. A well wish for Mikhail's health. Now all I need is hot water. Peek outside the hidden door to see Mikhail has his back turned with Hannibal still around him. Maybe I'll sneak up on him. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies. Okay. Careful to avoid the hazards of the new floor, I tiptoe towards Mikhail with mug in hand. My mom used to like cats, but I don't see the appeal. Not that I was allowed to have any after she passed. He's talking to Hannibal? You're taking this renovation rather well. Isn't it weird for your home to be changed? Oops, don't want him to think I'm eavesdropping. I yawn loudly as I stroll up to the counter, enchanted mug in hand. Mikhail's eyes it suspiciously before I thrust it into his hand, before turning to the electric water boiler. What's in here exactly? Is it on the menu? Family secret, sorry. How much to know? Everything you've ever owned and what will ever own. Better be worth it. Oh, shush. Now here. Be still. You don't need to stir this, so just sip. He holds up the mug warily as I carefully pour the hot water inside the cup. Careful. Sure smells weird. Good, right? He blows at it, and I can't help but grin and stare, excited for him to have a taste of one of my favorite potions. Mikhail takes a large sip from the cup. Continues taking sips, face scrunching, then relaxing, and then repeating. Tastes different each time I take a sip. Are you sure I shouldn't be mixing it? Even if you do, that part won't change. And whatever's in here won't stop swirling, like it's dancing. So why you said not to mix it? Yep, you'll interrupt their dance. It's ridiculous. The way he watches the dance in the cup reminds me of when I was a kid, seeing it for the first time. Really can't do without magic after all, can I? Mikhail has good ideas and even better compromises. Soon enough, it's even fun again. Grandma would love what we're doing with this place. Before I know it, 2 weeks have passed. And the things that infuriate me about Mikhail become less and less. I'm not sure if I'm the one changing or if it's him. Oh, damn, it's already dark out. Didn't even notice. I readjust the new curtains before peering over the shop. Everything is really coming together. I can hardly believe it. The new floors, the wall repaint looks beautiful. I had to admit that Mikhail was right about them. Even the new menu still keeps its sense of coziness now that I know everyone will love. It's perfect. We should probably go home now, huh? Part of me doesn't want to. This shop, my shop, is starting to feel like a second home again. You don't have to. What? We've been working non-stop. We don't have to go home yet. We should at least sit and rest. And here I thought you'd say it's inefficient. I won't bill you for it. So, business guy Mikhail is offering up free labor? It won't be free. Costs one latte. Sure thing. Although, since this isn't work, you can call me Misha. Misha? I play Pokemon Go I'm sorry, it's Misha. And I was just listening to him too. He had like a new song, like I Want to Be a Furry. And it actually sounds okay. Like, I would love to show it, but you could easily search it up yourself. Misha's new song, I Want to Be a Furry, is actually okay, and I'm not into that furry shit. So odd. If you want, just you, though. In private. Okay. Get it, Misha. Just drinking because I want sugar. Plus, it's probably really bad for me to drink right now. I quickly make his drink, but I'm feeling nice and add extra whipped cream on top. Here you go. Hannibal decides to creep onto Mikhail's lap and take a nap there. Misha's lap. I guess she's warmed up to you, huh? She still freaks me out, though. I feel like she's staring at me sometimes, like she's thinking. She probably is. She's a smart cat. What are you thinking about? Because if I don't believe me, I'm gonna probably just spend some time trying to prove that Hannibal is a smart cat, which is... no, just... Also, what are you thinking about? I wonder if he likes cats, based on what he said before. What are you thinking about? These pets are such an obvious money sink, but... Yeah? Guess it's worth it? Sometimes the industry wouldn't be booming like this. Not everything is to turn a profit. People just like cats. It's certainly turning a profit for someone. It's not pet owners. So what do you think? You think Hannibal's worth it? Hannibal's soft. I bet she'd make a great therapy animal. Close enough. Huh. You know, I thought about what you said. I like how honest you are with me, too. Oh, wow, Not that there's much wrong with me to comment on, but it still gets annoying when people aren't upfront. So, you gonna tell me why you're laughing? No, it's just, Now what? You're like cute. Whatever. Going home. Good night. He's about to say cute. I said a k sound. Well then. Never forget what Mikhail was saying before he ran off, but it's fine. He was trying to say cute. I go to bed that night, dreaming of cats and whipped cream. I'm truthful, huh? But he says that because he doesn't know how scared I am. You're getting better at making drinks. You have a real talent for it. Mikhail stopped sipping his latte and glanced over at me. Talent? Yes, you'd be a really excellent mixer here. You want me to stay? Oh, I guess you wouldn't, huh? It's just a small town project for you. It's not what I asked. Yes, I would. I'd love for you to stay full time, actually. I think you'd fit in here, as odd as it be. Hey, it changed his name! That's nice. In any case, the offer's open, Misha. It's not like I hate this. They're both tsundere motherfuckers. Both of them. We. Me and Misha. Keep forgetting that that's supposed to be me. Problem is my father. I'm supposed to inherit the company. What? Inherit? The whole company? You could say it's the reason why I was born. Wow. That's... I'd be good at it. I know everything already. It's kind of sad. But do you want to? You got me. Really... I really don't. Misha. Thank you. I should be honest too. What is it? It's gonna be a little hard, but if he really wants to work here, he's gonna have to know about some of our customers. Me. I trust him. It'll be okay. Take a deep breath and open my palm toward him. You were right about the suspicions of this place. There's a hidden room. What? Where? I beckon him forward and put his hands over his eyes. Can't see it because it's magic. My hands flashes a pink light and I draw it away, but watching Mikhail blink before his eyes widen. What is this? The menus are glowing. There's even a door over there. Magic. You've been using magic this whole time? I'm sure you can understand why I hid it from you. There's a hidden menu and a hidden room for the magic-using guests. A whole hidden menu, too. Yeah, and I'd add a pinch of magic to some of the drinks. That's why. Why what? So the latte tasted like that, like my mother's magic. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, just gonna take a sip of the drink. Oh my god. He's a fucking descendant of the magic users. Like, he just never learned? Oh, wait, I read that wrong. I thought that was comma. So, the magic tastes exactly like what you want it to. You poisoned me. Enchanted me. Mikhail, no, it's not like that. It's like any other ingredient. Everything's been weird ever since I came in here. Now I know why. Can't believe you think I'm doing something evil just because of magic. You're a witch. So much for being logical. I didn't know what I expected from a fop. No, I don't know. I don't either. The only reason I'm here is because I needed to show my father I can do things on my own. As if I actually cared about. He left. Wow. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Mikhail doesn't return for the rest of the day. And I don't know if he's coming back at all. Maybe it's for the best. Because that really hurt. Didn't think he'd react like that. Thought he understood me. Grandma was right. It's been almost a whole day since Mikhail ran away. And yet, keep checking that door. Because I haven't given up on him yet. Yeah. Yes, I know. I know what you want. A snack, huh? Let's find something for you. Hannibal follows me inside the secret section as I make her favorite magic snack. Floating catnip pretzels. Sorry if it tastes this bad. My heart isn't in it, so the magic might be just a bit off. You know. Hannibal accepts my disclaimer as I cast a spell on a jar of catnip. Instead of dancing, it floats and changes shapes to become stringy enough for me to fold into various shapes. What was I supposed to add here? Gah! Ow. Mikhail? How did you get in here? I memorized the entrance from before when I could see it. And I read about entering hidden places with no barrier. Read? Mikhail gets off the floor and dusts himself off. He peers around the shop before his eyes land on Hannibal, who was swatting at the floating catnip. Real magic. Yes, my magic. Why are you here? I wanted to apologize. That'd mean a lot to me. You're really here to apologize? I am. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Things I said didn't mean them. You know, I'm not used to apologizing. I bet. I don't mind apologizing if I'm wrong, though. And I was wrong. Sorry. Thank you. Mikhail walks over to me and calmly sits down. Show me more, please. Magic? Yes, if I'm going to seriously consider staying here with you. Here with you. I want to know more. About the shop, about magic, about you. I'd love to. In a couple days' work, and we'll be able to open for real. I'm a fast learner. Probably the best you're gonna meet. So obnoxious, Misha. Can't you consider it charming? I certainly don't want to feed your ego. Why not? Why not? Mikhail pours, pouts, and directs his attention towards a floating catnip. Show me. Please. A grin and fluttering in my heart doesn't stop as I mold the pretzel for Hannibal. And I think she'll be thrilled to taste the best one I've ever made. You're good at this. You can't tell, you're a total newbie. I can, I'm a genius. You're good at this. You look... I glance over at Mikhail, staring directly at me, instead of my hands. Look? Beautiful, Andrea. I nearly lose all my concentration, but Hannibal swipes the pretzel before it hits the floor. Why are you teasing me? I was trying to focus. Not teasing you. He scoots closer and cups the underside of my open palms. More. I don't know why he looks at me so intensely, but I don't hate it. There's a lot more than making catnip to cram into a couple days. Yeah? Yes, the drinks. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the cheesecake. Yeah. And the cleaning. It's gonna be interesting. I kind of want to... Whoa! Man. Andrea, these new chairs are so comfortable. Everything looks amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. This coffee was already delicious, but you really outdone yourself with the new presentation. So cute. Love the swirls. I'm so glad you like it. Dear. Another one of those cheesecakes, please. I'll add it to your tab. One moment. Take your time. I rush around the bustling cafe, completely overwhelmed with both praise and never-ending orders. If only Grandma could see me now. It's hard to believe it's all even happening. Is this success? Am I happy? Andrea! Kiana! What's wrong? You came. I'm just so happy to see you here. She giggles and awkwardly embraces me, squeezing me once before letting go. There's no free tables, but I don't mind waiting. Everything looks so bountiful. Yes, beautiful. But where's Mikhail? Is he in the back? He said he'll be late because he had to do something important to do. But it's your opening day. That's just too cruel. It's okay. He'll come back. Trust him. She pouts, but I squeeze her hand and flash my best reassuring smile. Here, it's okay. It's okay that there are no free tables. We lend her to a free seat among the table of two, giving them a wave. Hey, you two. You don't mind if my friend joins you for a bit, do you? Of course not. You sit right next to me, young lady. We're letting mahjong. Is that like ping pong? They laugh at that as Mr. Henley pats the seat next to him. Kiana dutifully sits. So first things first, my new friend. What do you think ping pong is? And so all sorts of magic buzz around the coffee curiosities. As I get back to work, preparing drinks and snacks, cleaning up spills. It's magic of work. Fun, of laughter, togetherness in Linsdale. Hot coffee on the tongue. I'm gonna go be right back. I have to just head to do something, and that's go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. I'll be back. Hello, I'm back. So, yeah. Honestly, this is taking a good turn. I'm totally okay with me getting with Misha. I guess the only problem is that I still do like Kiana. Kiana's really cute. Yeah. Still really like Kiana. One of my favorite characters. It's magic of work, of fun, of laughter, togetherness in Linsdale, and hot coffee on the tongue. And nothing could make me happier in this moment, maybe, except hello, coffee curiosities. The laughter and gleeful talk dies to the murmur as heads turn towards the entrance, including mine. Kale? What to call it to him? Maybe tease him for copying my habit of greeting the shop, before he turns his head towards me and winks. Mikhail spins back towards the entrance and dramatically bows at the waist, holding out his hand for a guest behind him. I'm not a fragile doll, you know. Of course not. Maybe a frail action figure. Ha! That's more like it. Mikhail leads Grandma inside to the exciting cheering of all the patrons. It's not what I expected at all. All the anxiety I felt melts away as I nearly run over to embrace her. Grandma! She hugs me back, squeezing me with a hearty laugh before pulling away and slapping my shoulders. I was crying! I saw it! Look what you've done to the place. Do you... I love it! Relief fills my lungs as Grandma takes in the sights around us, her grinning getting wider and wider. Hannibal scurries up her legs and wraps around her shoulders, her purrs loud and rumbling. I missed you too. Hey, old bag. Mikhail! Don't you have something to say to her? She pinches her cheek, and Mikhail groans, ripping his face away to rub. Yes, I'm sorry, Andrea. I'm happy for you. Your cafe is wonderful. Grandma. You two can get boring later. Come on, Andrea. Huh? Mikhail flashes a smile and reaches his arm around my waist. Well, hey! What do you think you're doing? Relax. His lips stop a breath away from mine, before I realize he's simply untying my apron. He hands it to Baba instead, and then gently takes my hand. Come on. Let's hurry. But the cafe! I got it. Just an hour, right? That's the deal. Deal? What deal? No one answers my question before Mikhail drags me outside, far away from the shop, not once looking in my direction. Sorry, I just noticed that my chat is no longer up. There you go. Not once looking in my direction. I gasp for breath as Mikhail finally stops. Could this really not wait? Is there something here at the beach? No. No? I just wanted to be here. It relaxes me. Okay. Mikhail stalls, eyes surveying the beach and its gentle waves for a while until he's smiling at the horizon. He turns back at me, slowly reaches his hand to cup my cheek. Hi. Remember how you said you liked that I go for what I want? Yeah? How could I forget? That was embarrassing. I'm doing that now. Mikhail, what are you saying? His thumb brushes over my bottom lip. I find that it's a bit hard to breathe. I'm not going back home. Really, but the inheritance. I gave it up. I want to stay here at the cafe. With you. Misha, are you sure? He laughs at that before slowly leaning in. The smell of fresh sea salt and caramel linking between us. And I don't stop him. I don't stop Mikhail from leaning in to kiss me. Except he doesn't. He kisses the fingers separating us. You're smiling. Idiot, so are you. And it didn't cost anything. And burst out laughing, and Mikhail quickly follows suit. No, it didn't. That's why I wanted to stay. Can't think of anything more valuable. Is that so? Last chance to back out. I lean into his touch and let his thumb caress my cheek. I think I'm okay with this arrangement. Let's seal the deal this weekend on our lunch break. Deal. The success of the cafe keeps us busy. So busy that the days blend together. The weekends pop up suddenly with Mikhail leading us to the beach for a promised lunch break. Or date, I'm not sure. All I know is I'm excited and Hannibal's crashing, skipping right along beside us. Got the sandwiches. I didn't know there were so many ways to slice bread. That Henley guy is amazing. Something he didn't know about food. Impressive. Mikhail sits down and sets his sandwich aside, grinning with Hannibal, when Hannibal snuggles into his lap. Well, turns out there's fun to be had in the little things. Hey, Andrea. He reaches towards my cheek, just like last time, but it's different. Whoa! Wow. There's something even more tender with the way he looks at me, like I'm the only thing he can see even across the expanse of the ocean beside us. What is it? Did you cast a spell on me? What? No! I would never do something like... I trail off as Mikhail's quiet smile doesn't waver. My father thought my mom was a witch, you know. She did some questionable things, sure, but her greatest magic was always how much he loved her. I resented her for a while. I was scared that if she really was magical, and I ended up magical, that I'd tarnish the family name. You were scared. Yeah, but I get it now. Magic, I mean. Because I showed you mine? No. Because you showed me yourself. There's nothing more terrifying than giving up my entire life for something as unprofitable as love. I'm not sure if you're insulting me or confessing. How would I kiss you and to find out? I wouldn't be against that. There's no finger between our lips this time. Mikhail leans in and kisses me. Gently and softly. As lulling as the ocean waves that can't mask the sound of our mingling breaths. He doesn't stop. His lips taste like caramel and orange peel. And I don't know what to do with the heat building in my chest. I like you. I don't. Why? Say it in the cafe where everyone can hear you. You're so obnoxious. You love it. Maybe I do. He leans in and kisses me again. If we're a little late in opening back up the cafe, well, I don't think anyone complains. Love really is like a pinch of magic. Are you? Well, that was good. I like that. Gallery, let's see. Oh, yeah! It's a totally different spelling here. Made in 1 month? Wow, that was... Yeah, so there is a separate route for Kiana. So... I can be gay. However... What I will do... is I will be gay some other time because... It's been 2 hours. A great 2 hours. But... Wait, let me... go into the settings and change the music just so I can... Yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, thank you everyone for joining me. Let's go to the ending stream. Now that I have this game and all the actual songs itself, it fits. I like it. I really like the story overall. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, the entire story is great. Roughly around how many hours have I played this so far? 3 hours. That's not that bad for a game that was created in 1 month. That's insane. But tomorrow, I will definitely be streaming once more again. I don't know what on. Either I will be streaming some Minecraft showing off the new skin and something else. Or I do this again and run the other path. Kiana's path. The one I wanted to do. Not, I mean, the path that I chose, not that it was boring or anything. I really liked it. It was a good path. I mean, well, it was a good path. I liked it, but what you call it? I guess I'd rather just have like you know, something else. Let's check just chatting streams and just the short by viewers. Are you joking? Is this really the reason as to why the high to low thing is... Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm just looking at things. Alright, right now, I don't think there's any actual thing that I would rather like streaming, so unless... Let's go to, like, Minecraft, because that's chill. Here, let's raid this person. Ashley is here. Definitely a good thing. And hey, I reached 2 hours. I think that's good enough for me. I'm going to be setting up the raid right now. We're going to be, let's see if this works first of all. But hopefully I'm going to be raiding Ash 3, Lee, okay. Ash Lee is here, but the E is a 3. Ashley is here. We're going to be setting a raid with them. They're going to be playing Minecraft with their friend Masa004. It was fun playing. I really love it. And as I always say, if I didn't make your day today, go make somebody else's. Bye-bye!